Sup, it's Hallie. Welcome back to Emerald Affection. When we last left off, we're having this flashback about Monica or something. I stood completely still, staring at a dejected-looking Monica. I felt the urge to say something, anything that would cheer her up, but as hard as I racked my brain, I couldn't think of anything. After another moment of simply standing there, Monica opened her eyes, making eye contact with me in the process.
Oh, Hallie. Did you need something?
Not really. I just wanted to see how you were doing is all.
I'm fine. This just really sucked.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry it turned out like this, Monica.
It's not your fault, Hallie.
Monica let out a long sigh.
This is the reason I got out of the big club scene. It's nothing but politics and misunderstandings.
Monica trailed off. Monica?
Oh, sorry. Just thinking out loud.
It's fine, Monica. I think we're all a bit shaken up right now.
You have a point.
A silence falls between us for a moment. I prepared to speak, but Monica beats me to it.
Thanks for getting me out of that jam earlier, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, it was just the only thing I could think that would get everyone's attention. Although it probably just makes things harder for you now, doesn't it? I mentally kicked myself for not thinking things through a little better.
It's okay. Funnily enough, this isn't the first time I've had a love confession belted out at me. I'm sure they'll much rather talk about how the presentation was a disaster over that.
You're probably right.
Don't worry about it, really. I understand why you did it.
Monica trailed off once again, this time seemingly for a different reason. I couldn't quite put my finger on why, but she seemed embarrassed. With the events of the performance still fresh, I just chalked it up to mixed emotions.
Maybe use a bit more tact next time you confess, though.
Oh boy.
You really think I believe that's all it was? You keep saying that, but nobody just belts out a love confession in the middle of a crowded room.
Like I said, not a love confession. It was just a distraction, that's all. Monica knows that's all it was, and so do I. So that's all it was.
Whatever you say, Hallie. My best friend's instinct is never wrong. Even if you think that's all it was, you must have thought it at some point.
Jeez, did you and Natsuki team up to become the tag team teasing champions of the world or something? It feels like I'm getting it from the both of you today. Sayori simply grins at me. Luckily, Sayori's house is quickly approaching, meaning freedom from this particular conversation. Hey, don't you have studying to do? I motion towards Sayori's house.
Huh? Oh, we're home already?
Looks like it. You better get to cramming then.
Snack first. Then I'll study.
Figures. Oh, don't forget a poem either.
Don't worry, I won't. See you tomorrow, Hallie.
Bye, Sayori. Sayori waves goodbye as she skips towards her front door. Although she just got finished pestering me, I'll admit that it feels nice seeing her happy like this. Something about it feels more genuine than before. I'm sure it won't be smooth sailing for her or anything, but it's an improvement. I smile as I make the brief journey to my own front door. Arriving at my door, I fumble around in my bag looking for my keys. After a brief moment, I finally locate them. Turning the key in the lock, I open the door and enter my house. Upon entering my living room, I drop my bag on the floor and plunk myself on the couch. Thinking ahead, I realize I don't have any homework that needs catching up on. Heh, for once. Looks like all I have to do is write a poem. It's been a little while, I wonder how rusty I'll be. Not like my old stuff was all that great anyway. I'll think on that later. For now, it's anime time. I open up my streaming app to fire up the most recent episode. Looks like I can get an episode or two in before I gotta start on the poem. I lean into the couch as the intro begins to play. Sitting at my desk, I find myself staring down at a blank piece of paper. Man, I really am rusty. It's been about 15 minutes since I first sat down, and I still haven't had anything come to mind. There's gotta be something to write about. I search my consciousness for anything I can put on paper. In there S and consciousness. You've written consciousness. Come on, brain, there's gotta be something in there. After a moment, I start remembering my exchange with Monica this afternoon. Regardless of what Sayori and the little pink gremlins say about my supposed love for her, I did enjoy my time with her today. She really is something. While I've known her for a while, I never really had the chance to get to know her until I joined the club. Initially, I just thought she was some preppy popular girl that aced her classes and had jocks drooling over her. And while those things are technically true, she really doesn't act like that's the case. In my time really knowing her, she's proven to be a pretty down-to-earth, caring person. I think back on the comments those students made that day during her performance. Honestly, they seem like they couldn't be farther off base from how Monica really is as a person. Although, sometimes I feel like there's a bit more to her than she lets on. I tend to get the feeling that the perfectionist, honor student personality of hers is simply a facade. She really did seem down when I first spotted her on the roof, and the way she reacted to my comment wasn't something I'd expect from someone who's got it all figured out. I guess nobody really does though, so that's not a surprise in and of itself. In my time with the club, I've come to learn a little about the girls. Yuri's mentioned her tendency to feel overwhelmed, and Natsuki's alluded to things not being perfect at home. And, of course, Sayori and her condition. Although I really haven't learned a whole lot about Monica, aside from some general surface-level stuff. I wonder, could she too have some demons of her own? I shake my head. What am I saying? It's none of my business whether she does or not. I just feel this impulse, this feeling of wanting to make sure she's okay. I let out a sigh as I rub my temples. I must be going crazy or something. Getting out of my desk chair, I stand and stretch. Glancing at the time, I notice it's getting late. Crap, I gotta get something down. I crack my knuckles as I sit back down, this time with a bit of extra focus. And done. My pen falls onto the desk with a small thud. At least I managed to get something done for tomorrow. It definitely isn't my best work, but expectations for my writing were already pretty low anyway. I tuck the ink-covered paper into my bag and get ready for bed. I wonder what Monica will think of this one. I shake my head at the thought. I gotta get her off the brain. Likely a good night's sleep will help. I change into my sleepwear as I notice the lack of a clean uniform again for tomorrow. Damn it, guess I'm going another day with a dirty uniform. Accepting my lack of cleanliness, I crawl into bed. I shut my light off, allowing nothing but moonlight as a light source for my room. I feel the day's exhaustion start to set in as my head hits the pillow. Feeling my eyes get heavy, I drift off to sleep. So you finally figured it out?
Yup. I'm a math pro now.
I'm sure you are, Sayori. As long as you do well on your test this time.
I will. I was up till after 1 in the morning studying. I got this. I think.
I shake my head at the silly girl in front of me as we approach the school gates.
We better get to class, but I'll see you at lunch.
Hold on, don't you have your test at lunch?
Oh yeah.
I press my palm into my forehead. See you at the meeting, Sayori.
Thanks, Allie.
I turn toward my class when I hear Sayori speak up again.
Wait! Aren't you forgetting something?
Sayori, I am not giving you a goodbye kiss. You're basically my sister.
Ew, gross, not that! You didn't wish me luck!
Sayori, I stop myself. Right, she's mentioned how much those little acts of reassurance really help her through the day. Good luck, Sayori, you got this.
Thanks, Allie.
Sayori smiles, waving as she trots off toward her classroom. God help her if she doesn't pass this time. As I step into class, I see Mr. Katsumi seemingly in a better mood than yesterday.
Good morning, Hallie.
Morning, sir. How are you this morning?
I'm fine. Now please take your seat.
I nod. That was a much better interaction than yesterday, at least. I plunk myself down at my desk and prepare for the likely excruciatingly boring day ahead. Let's get this over with. It's lunchtime. I open the door to the rooftop, seeing the usual empty sight before me. With Sayori being absent, looks like I'm gonna be alone today. It gives me time to catch up on that book Yuri lent me, so it's not so bad. Man, why doesn't anyone come up here? I locate a bench that looks suitable for both eating and reading and plunk my stuff down. The slight breeze is pretty relaxing, honestly. I stretch my arms and grab my lunch out of my bag. It certainly won't be as good as yesterday's, but food is food. As I'm about to dig in, I hear a creak come from the roof's metal door. I'm especially surprised to see Monica was the one who opened it. She quickly looks around before spotting me and waving.
I figured I'd find you up here.
Hey, Monica. What brings you up here again today?
Well, I just told you. I came looking for you.
I feel my face flush a little. A bit. For me? Why's that?
Because I had a nice time with you yesterday. Well, that, and I finally have a few free lunch periods in a row. Contrary to what you might think, being the class star isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Heh, no kidding. It can't be all bad, though, can it? It could be worse. You could be the forgettable weird kid who sits in the back of the class, like me.
Don't sell yourself so short, Hallie. I, for one, don't think you're forgettable.
Monica gives me a sincere smile. That feeling from yesterday is back again. What is this? I scratch the back of my neck. Anyway, feel like taking a load off? I motion to the empty seat beside me.
Sure.
Monica carefully takes a seat next to me. She then motions to the bagged lunch in front of me.
So, Chef Sayori is fired.
Monica snickers. Yep, after she forced me to mooch off the beloved club president, I decided I need someone else for the role. However, I don't exactly have a lineup of job applications to cook for them. Or to cook for me. So instead, leftovers.
Maybe you should consider giving her job back then.
If she doesn't figure out her math class soon, it might be the only job she'll be able to get.
Math class? What do you mean?
Oh, she hasn't told you? Well, that's why she wasn't around yesterday. I guess she didn't do so hot on her test, so she was given a chance for a retest. Apparently it was so bad that her teacher knew immediately that it was needed.
Sayori, I told her to come to me for help when she was struggling in her classes. I know how things can be for her, so I want to help her.
Wait, you know about Sayori's condition?
Well, yeah. She is my vice president, after all.
I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Monica is a close friend of hers.
She told me a couple of weeks ago. She said you really helped her out.
I don't deserve any credit when it comes to that, honestly. All I did was urge her to speak to someone.
Well, whatever you did, I think it's working. She seems to be in better spirits lately than a month ago, or at least.
Yeah.
I'm worried about her grades, though. We're in our last few months of high school, and it seems like she's struggling to keep her head above water. I'd hate to see her condition affect her future. I guess that must be pretty hypocritical coming from an honor student, huh?
No, I see where you're coming from. Just because you excel in school doesn't mean you can't be worried about your friend's situation. I'm a bit worried as well, to tell you the truth. She always wanted us to go to her post-secondary together, and that may not happen if she can't get her grades up by the end of the year.
Don't worry, Hallie. If she can't manage on her own, I'll do my best to help her.
Monica, are you sure?
Of course, why wouldn't I be?
Well, you just have a lot going on. You mentioned you don't have much time for yourself. Monica flashes me a concerned look. I feel my face flush again. Why does that keep happening? The look in her eyes causes me to lose my words. I worry about you, that's all.
Huh?
Monica's expression goes from that of concern to one of shock.
Why's that?
Well, you've mentioned how busy you are with the amount you have on your plate. It can't be easy to manage that all at once. I just worry you overwork yourself. I'd hate to see you burn out at such a crucial time of our lives, you know. Don't need to capitalize that. Why?
Hallie, thank you, but I'm okay. handle it.
Monica's confident demeanor is as strong as ever, although I can't help but feel it's not telling the whole story.
Anyways, what's important is making sure we're all in good shape come April. That includes you, Hallie.
Hey, I'm no honor student, but my grades aren't that bad. I do try a little bit. I'm on track to be around the top 10 in my class at least.
Well, you better keep up the good pace. If you and Sayori fall behind, I'm gonna have my work cut out for me.
Monica laughs. Don't worry, I think I got it all under control.
That's good. Speaking of, where do you think you'll be heading after high school anyway?
Well, there are 2 schools I'm looking at as of now. Kaya University and Kaneshiro Institute. Both for business.
Business, huh? You never struck me as the management type.
Heh, yeah, me neither. But I find it interesting at least. How about you? Any big graduation plans?
Well, I'm actually planning to travel for school. Specifically, I'll be heading to Harvard in the United States to attend a highly prestigious program in poli-sci.
Wow, the United States, huh? I feel a pit form in my stomach.
Yeah, I've already received a few offers from universities in Japan as well, but I think I'd like to take the opportunity to travel. Plus, I am a quarter American.
Right, I always forget Monica is part American. But man, the States? That's awesome, Monica. Well, we'll all be rooting for you, you know.
Thanks, Allie. But nothing is final yet, it's just my plan as of now. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will. Monica and I chat idly for a bit while we both finish our respective lunches. I can't help but feel a bit down for the duration of lunch period, though. Why am I feeling this way? Am I losing my mind? Monica and I are friends, but shouldn't I just be happy for her? I shake my head to dismiss the thought when I hear the warning bell. It looks like we gotta get back to class, huh?
Looks like it.
After acknowledging the warning, we both begin packing up our things. Thanks for talking
with me, Hallie. I had a nice time chatting with you. I feel like we don't often get the chance to talk like this. I enjoy it.
Yeah, Monica, me too. Monica smiles sweetly.
I'll see you later.
See you in a bit. With a wave, Monica exits the rooftop. After slinging my bag back over my shoulder and waiting a moment, I follow behind her. Another day of class in the books. Seems like they just get longer and longer lately. Although come exam time, I'll be begging for these boring class days, so I probably shouldn't complain. I see the usual clubroom scene before me. Sayori seems to be scribbling something on some paper at a desk near the front of the room. Yuri is off by the window reading her latest novel. Looks like Natsuki is rummaging through the closet, likely looking for a specific manga from her collection. And Monica is at the front of the room working away on her laptop. She rarely takes a break, huh? I greet the girls with a wave. I get some form of acknowledgement from each, ranging from an indifferent shrug to a kind smile. Looks like it's a business-as-usual kind of day around here, at least for now. We'll likely share poems a bit later. I set my stuff at my usual desk and plop myself in the accompanying chair. Letting out a yawn, I stretch a bit as I feel a wave of tiredness overcome me. Guess I was up a bit too late working on that poem last night. I take a look around the room. Doesn't look like anyone would mind if I laid my head down for a minute.